Good day, Abuja, and to you where they watch and listen from any part of the world. This na Christ Radio and Television where your matter na we own. Welcome to another episode of Kajad Body for All, the program where they take your body and your matter serious because better health na better life. My name na Falilat Adamu, your host for this show. And today program special well because we dey join the rest of the world celebrate World Blood Donor Day 2026. This year's theme na one drop of humanity save lives. That one simply means say one small act of kindness from you fit save another person life. And every day for hospitals, people dey need blood because of accident, surgery, woman wey wan born complication, cancer treatment, sickle cell condition and many other health challenges. Unfortunately, many people still dey die because enough blood no dey available when dem need am. Today I get one special guest with me wey go join us online and make us understand wetin dis day mean to us and why e dey important to donate blood. Im name na Shamsuddin Mohammed Abubakar. Im na medical laboratory scientist for Cancer Treatment Center wey dey for Kano, and im go tell us wetin blood donation mean, why e important, who fit donate blood, common myth wetin people think about and the fear wey dem get about blood donation, and how one person fit save many lives through blood donation. Make you sit down, relax and follow us for this important discussion after this break. No go anywhere. Welcome back. We sit there on the World Blood Donation Day yarn proudly brought to you by Christ Radio and Television. And if you want chook mouth for this matter, send us message for our WhatsApp number wey be 09068918345. And like I tell you before the break, help me welcome my guest, Mr. Shamsuddin Mohammed Abubakar. Mr. Shamsuddin, you dey online? Welcome. It is good to see you today.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Shamsuddin, they hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
Okay, welcome. And before we start, I want to make you tell my audience wetin be blood donation and why it is very important for hospitals and for patients to collect blood.
Well, actually, blood donation is a voluntary process of giving blood. The blood that is donated is collected, tested, and separated into components and is stored in order to give the patients that are in need. Like blood donation is extremely important because blood is an essential part of medical care and cannot artificially be produced in the hospital, which is why blood donation is very essential in the healthcare system because it's used to treat, or let me say, to avoid life-threatening illness.
Okay, thank you very much. Like what you just talk now, if you tell us who fits donate blood, at what age, and how doctors will determine whether person they eligible to donate blood?
Yeah, actually, people of between the age of 18 to 65 can donate blood, and people at the with a weight up to 50 kg are also fit. Like the criteria for donating blood is people within the age of 18 to 50 and people that have weight up to 50 kg. And people that are in good health and the hemoglobin level is tested and is affected, then the PCI screening is done to the donor and to ensure that the donor is fit.
So to ensure that the donor is what again?
The donor is fit to donate.
Okay, like women will get high blood pressure and their weight reach 50 and they're eligible to donate.
Exactly. The females, not even females, even males that their vital signs are not within the range, like high blood pressure and their pulse rate and other things, like they are not fit to donate blood.
Okay, so before person go donate blood, doctor go make sure say all these things, they don't check the person whether if he donates, right?
Yes, at first, when someone comes to the donation center to donate blood, first of all, he will be asked of his age, which it has to fall within the range of 18 to 65 years. Then we measure the weight of the donor. After measuring the weight of the donor, we check the vital signs of the donor to make sure that he's in a good health condition. After then, we check the hemoglobin level to see if the patient has enough blood that he can donate to someone. And furthermore, we move ahead to screen for the TT-IDA, the transmissible, transfusion transmissible infections, which are the hepatitis C, VDRL, and HIV. And for the ladies, there are things to be considered before collecting sample from a lady. The women that are pregnant are also to a certain level are not eligible to donate blood, and people that just or immediately finish their menstruation cycle are also not fit because they must have lost a lot of blood. Then breastfeeding mothers are also not eligible to donate blood.
Okay, thank you. Because I want to ask you, say whether women they donate blood because of their menstrual cycles. Now you don't answer that question. Okay.
Women can donate blood unless if they fall into this like exclusion criteria.
Okay, beautiful. So you don't hear them. If you they listen to us now, all those people who talk say women no go donate blood though. You don't hear from experts say if you don't finish your period and you did that age range with the weights where our doctor just talks, so you fit donate blood. Okay, Mr. Shamsuddin, which kind patient usually need blood transfusion? Which patients, at what point they talk say okay, this patient needs blood transfusion?
Actually, different kinds of patients can require blood depending on the condition. If we people with trauma, like accidents or gunshots that must have lost a lot of blood might require blood for like to immediately like as a first aid to replace their lost blood. And people with post surgery like post surgery hemorrhage, like people that do bleed after surgery, like are given components of blood so that to arrest that hemorrhage. People with cancer, in some cancer cases, or let me say most of cancer cases are cases that lead to anemia, maybe during treatment. After, like when they are undergoing treatment, that treatment mostly cause let me say, a setback to the hematopoiesis, which in turn causes pancytopenia, like reduction in red blood cells, white blood cells, and also the platelets, which actually make like give room for like transfusion.
Okay, beautiful. With all these ones so you don't mention so, and such person, such patients wey fit into this category wey need blood come hospital and hospital no get blood, wetin fit happen when hospital run out of blood?
Actually, it's a very bad thing for a hospital to run out of blood because it can cause a lot of damages to the patient, which might even lead to death of the patient. Because like a patient that requires emergency transfusion, maybe a patient must have lost blood due to a trauma like accident or gunshot or something else. So it's like the emergency procedure to be done is transfusion. And when there's no blood, when there's no blood in the hospital, this can lead to delay in attending to that particular patient, and we can lose like there might be a loss of life of that patient. And maybe, for example, in cancer treatment, when someone is anemic and there's no blood to like transfuse to that patient, it might lead to delay in treatment, which we know delay in treatment might be like adversely dangerous to the patient.
Okay. And
So,
plenty people with all these ones now, plenty people they fear say to collect blood or to donate blood. Like many patients now say if they want donate blood for them when they need them, sometimes if they fear say they feel die if they collect the blood, or they feel get weak, or they feel get disease through that blood due to the hospital's negligence. I don't hear of cases where somebody get one disease, HIV, because of blood donation. So wetin hospital they do about that?
actually, if the donation is to be like carried out, like the process, the bleeding is to be carried out by a trained health personnel. So I don't think there's any reason where someone might get infected or something like that. Because if it's a trained health personnel and let me say a very good donation center, like they do things aseptically in order to make sure that they maintain the safety of the patient, of the donor and the patient that is to receive the blood, because that's the reason why we maintain the usage of the consumables, where we use consumables per donor so that to prevent transmission of infection from one person to another. So actually, donation is harmless and and it's a very good thing.
Okay, sometimes the patient need that blood immediately. You know, say if they want collect blood, give patient, now they go run so many tests. And during that period of running that test, now the patient fit just kpai. So you think say doctor no go just ignore some of the tests and say, okay, now your family member, make I just give you blood. Make I just collect the blood from your family and give you, make you just save life.
Actually, it's not possible for to ignore all those tests, because you are still exposing the patient to a risk, of contracting further infections that maybe he might not have earlier. Which is the reason the blood has to be screened before, before bleeding the donor and even before transfusing the patient.
Okay, with this one you just explain. Now, wetin make you think say Nigerians still dey fear to donate blood?
Actually, it might be due to mites of culture and religion, or maybe lack of, and of course, lack of awareness, or fear of injection, or fear of getting infected along the way. But actually, if you are to visit a very good donation center where trained health personnel are there, no risk for you to get infected, or let me say to get sick as a result, because all your vitals, we make sure that you are fit before bleeding you, before we allow you to even donate the blood. So we make sure we run all the tests necessary for us to confirm that you are fit.
Okay, if I come hospital, come do voluntary donation, say because I wan help these people wey need am, I donate am for your hospital, and last they go still sell that blood to patient. Why?
Actually, it's prohibited to sell blood, because for the fact that for humanity's sake, blood is not produced in any company or any factory. So blood is priceless. Blood is just supposed to be donated freely, and in most hospitals, of course, there are people that do commercial blood donation, but in most facilities, it's not proper to sell blood. It's better for someone to come and voluntarily donate, either a relative or non-relative, to donate blood for humanity's sake. And one more thing is that people tend to fear blood donation and think it's not safe for them, or maybe they fall sick or something. But on the other hand, blood donation has a lot of health benefits, because you donating blood, you are reducing the viscosity of your blood, and reducing the workload for your heart to pump blood. For example, if your blood is very thick, so by the time you donate, donation thins the blood, whereas it eases pumping of blood to the heart and more other benefits of donating blood.
Okay, if I understand you correctly, I hope I will speak with my listeners too, on behalf of my listeners. You say if I want to donate blood, I don't feel sell am, it is wrong, right? Me, when one come donate the blood, I
Exactly.
not fit sell am.
Some facilities do accept commercial blood donation. Exactly, it's part of it. But for me, I don't see it as something proper. I see it as I just look at blood donation to be for humanity's sake and not for commercial sake.
Okay, so my question is, if I carry 10 people come your facility, say we wan donate blood for people wey dey sick wey need am, we come donate the blood finish, and tomorrow now the people wey come need am, they'll say yes una get, but una go pay money to collect am. Is that even right?
That's not right because voluntary blood donation is meant to give the people that don't have donors. For example, in our facility, what we do is that whenever someone comes to donate blood, like let's say like when voluntary donors come, we keep that blood whenever there's a patient that has no relatives to come and donate for him. We give that blood to the patient if we cross match and find out that it's compatible with the patient. So we do it so that to like ease the procedures for the patients.
That one dey okay. So if you help us share small life experience, like some example of how blood donation don save lives.
Yeah, in our facility, we have a lot of scenarios. Like I could remember a patient that comes from Bauchi State for prostate cancer treatment, and he happened to be anemic. And when someone is anemic, we cannot continue the treatment. So actually, I have some numbers that I used to keep, and that patient happened to be O negative. So I have some numbers that I used to keep for such kind of uh, for those people that have rhesus negative blood because it's rare to find, and which is the reason why we keep their numbers in case there's need. So to come and donate voluntarily. So actually, I just happened to call someone and he happened to be available and he came here to save the life of that patient, which, for example, had it been he's not available to donate, it would have delayed the treatment of that patient.
So if for patients wey be say they will tell you say their life dey at stake, but they'll tell you say they no dey collect blood. Blood dey available, but I want to give you blood transfusion. They'll tell you say their religion no supports blood transfusion. Wetin you get to talk in such case?
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason why earlier on I said might and belief, let me say, cultural might and religious might do affect the blood donation system because, like, in some beliefs, they do see, they don't believe in transfusion. They don't like a blood transfusion. They will say even if their patient is going anemic, they don't want him to be transfused. So in that aspect, we make them sign a consent form that they themselves are requested not to be transfused with blood and you respect their culture.
Okay, for such people, wetin be your advice for such people and to those wey never donate blood before? Wetin be your advice to them?
Actually, my advice for the people that have not donated blood before, whether they were not opportune or maybe they were scared of donating blood, what I would say is that blood donation is painless and harmless. So don't be scared. It doesn't have any adverse effect on your health. Rather, it has many health benefits. And besides, you are helping someone along the way, you are helping yourself to maintain your healthy status. So the blood donation is harmless and painless. So my advice to people that have not donated before is try and reach out to any donation center and get screened to see if you are able to donate, and don't be scared. Do it for humanity's sake.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shamsuddin Mohammed Abubakar. So, to you, my listeners, and you where they out there, anywhere around the world, you don't hear anything this my experts don't talk. Oh, say blood donation they save lives. Blood donation no they no dey produce am for laboratory. Na human beings like you and I na we dey give this blood, and healthy adults fit donate blood, especially people wey be say they don reach the age of 15 to say you get weight reach 50, you dey eligible to donate blood. E no dey kill, and blood donation dey save and professionally monitored. E dey safe, and one donation alone fit save several lives. And you don hear from my experts, no be say na me use my mouth talk am, I no dey that field. Na the person wey dey the field I carry come make e come educate you and me. And as we dey mark World Blood Donation Day, make everybody ask themselves one question: if my family member need blood today, enough blood dey available to go round? The answer depend on people wey dey willing to donate. And remember, blood donation no be only medical responsibility, na humanitarian responsibility. Everybody wey dey donate blood na hero. No forget, if you dey eligible to donate blood, enter one hospital today and donate the blood. E no go comot anything for your life, rather e go give you joy say you save lives. Say blood wey dey comot for your body, dey put am for another person, the person no die, don save life. So thank you, Mr. Shamsuddin, and we hope say if we call you again, you go show, make you come educate my listeners about blood donation or anything concerning health. Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much for
much.
coming. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my listeners, and to continue listening to us and watch us live now, www.christedradioandtv.com. Don't forget to follow us for all social media platforms at Christed Radio TV. And remember, say health is wealth. Stay tuned.